Of ninth and 10th class. If I'm 8th, 9th and 10th class. Only ninth class. Okay. So good afternoon to all the students of ninth class and to the vice principal, to the teachers, staff and everyone present here. I am Dr. Farheen Mirza. I am a dental surgeon by profession, and it's with incredible. I'm so happy to come to the Focus High School today. I go to many schools to deliver lectures, but I'm incredibly happy to be here amongst you all to deliver a few things probably which I feel should be taught to students as they grow. This opportunity what you all are having, if all of you are listening to me, is this fine or you want me to talk without this also? I don't mind. I'm not sure whether you will be able to hear me if I don't talk without it, right? So, if you can please lessen down the volume, it's too high. Yeah, so, this is the first time probably, Miss Lubaba, your teacher, has requested me to talk on career guidance for students who want to take science as their fields. How many amongst you would like to do that? Would like to be doctors or join healthcare professions, biotechnology? See, science only does not mean being a doctor, right? Am I right or wrong? What all do you think science involves? What all do you think science involves? Is it only being a doctor at the end if you take up science after your 10th? Then what all do you think you can become if you take up science? And can you become an astronaut if you take science? No? Yes. And what else do you think you can become if you take up science? Can you become a nurse? How many of you all would like to become a nurse? Nobody. Nurse is the most important person in the entire hospital, if I'm not wrong. The doctor only knows how to do surgeries. A nurse knows how to let the doctor do the surgery. Okay, so today, not only talking about what to take up after you finish your 9th and 10th. Okay, everybody is, now you are still growing, you are in 9th grade. The only thing, I always deliver is to talk about how to be continuously persistent in what you think you want to become. I'll just share a very small story of me when I was growing up. When I was in 4th and 5th grade, we all lived together, cousins and everybody together. We used to play around. Okay, I had cousin brothers and sisters and everybody. So we would always play. If you all have played, I'm not sure, the boys and the girls, we used to play doctor with our cousins. Okay, sometimes supermarket also. Okay, so when we used to play doctor, I would be always the doctor. I would never allow any of my cousin to become the doctor. I would give them the position of the nurse. I would give them the position of the person who makes the bills. I would make them patients, but I would never give that opportunity to become a doctor to any of my cousins. So it was always that whenever we are playing doctor, I would always be the doctor. So growing up, I always envisioned myself to be a doctor. Okay, when growing up, when I thought what I would want to become, and my mother, she is also she's a teacher. Okay, growing up, I have seen her going to school and teach children, full of energy, very energetic woman. But I never thought I would become a teacher. I always had that in my mind. Usually, you become what you see your parents do. That is what they say, or you see your cousins and everyone do. But seeing my mother being, a full-time, full-fledged teacher, I still had it at the back of my mind that I wanted to become a doctor. So that was, since the time I remember, 2nd, 3rd class, it was always at the back of my mind that I wanted to be a doctor. Now this slide, I have a very good habit, or a habit of, a diary which I always keep in my office in my left hand drawer. From that diary, I had just taken up, just in the morning when I was having my morning tea, I opened up my diary and I thought what I would want to let you know That if you read this, I always do that every second, third day when I'm a little down and when I feel a little more, I want a little like push to move forward into my career. I always look at this slide. Okay, I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they have suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. If you have a dream and you commit to it, you will come to pass. Did you all understand this? What, anybody, if you can let me know, what did you understand out of this?
Passion was to become a footballer. So, but your parents are not like you to become a footballer. So you should leave your passion, sacrifice your passion for becoming an engineer.
So, see, passion is different. Again, what is the difference between having a job and having a career? Anybody? What do you mean? I have a job and I have a career. Do you say I want to pursue a job, or do you say I want to pursue a career? What would you rather use? Pursue a job or pursue a career? Pursue a career. Okay? Career is something which is progressive. You progress into it. Right? You want to pursue a career in teaching. You don't pursue a teacher. You don't pursue to become. Teacher is a job. Teaching is a career which you want to pursue and grow ahead. Okay, staying in one place stagnant, for example, I have become a doctor. Staying stagnant in where I am, I have passed out and I am right here, I have become a doctor, I don't want to further study. I have just finished my whatever dental school and today I am a doctor. That is not, I have just finished it. Does that mean I cannot pursue dentistry further on? Can I? If I do not pursue dentistry further on, if I don't go on studying further on, do you think I'll be able to progress in my field? Why? Why don't you think, if I'm already a doctor right now, why don't you think I can pursue forward? Why don't you think I can more go ahead, more become a bigger person or bigger, have a bigger, higher positions in my field? Why do you think I need to pursue it more further? Why only now have a degree? Why should I further again pursue? Why do you think we should be pursuing that? Anybody? Boys and girls. If you think you want me to talk in Urdu, I can do that as well. Hindi also, I don't mind. मैं वैसा भी बात कर सकती हूँ. If you think that is more comfortable for you to understand what I wanted to say. Okay, now I have always, this is something I got from the net. Okay, emotional intelligence, self-management, self-awareness, relationship management and social awareness. I've just kept this slide. I was going on through Google like all of you do. If I did the same thing, and why is it important to have emotional intelligence? Okay, now emotional intelligence means self-management, which means emotional self-control, which means transparency, adaptability, initiative and optimism. Anybody can just think about एक भी इसमें से term कुछ समझ में आ रहा है तो anybody? What do you mean by optimism, anybody? Optimism means to be optimistic, means to feel positive in a very positive way कि मैं ये कर सकता हूँ, मैं ये कर सकती हूँ. If you are not optimistic, नहीं होता कि नहीं की, बनते कि नहीं की, if you have that in mind, कभी भी नहीं बनते, कभी आगे बढ़ते भी नहीं. The minute you have that doubt in your mind कि अरे मेरे से होता कि नहीं, मतलब कि नहीं होता. Okay, you have to be completely optimistic in what you think fits you. For example, if he thinks he wants to become a teacher and you think you want to become a doctor, you should envision yourself. If you think, you can think, अरे आज से 10 साल बाद, am I able to view myself as a doctor? If yes, you will definitely go into that way, go in that direction to become what you want. But if you are not able to envision yourself doing what you want to do, you will never be able to achieve whatsoever you do in your life. Okay, empathy, awareness, service, emotional self-awareness, okay, and self-assessment, self-confidence, confidence that yes, I can do it, I can pass my 9th with good grades, I can study further, I can achieve what I want to, be focused in what I want to go ahead with. You need to have that in your minds before you further go ahead. First, think whether you want to go in that direction. Okay, you nowadays children, what I see when growing up, me in my era and you all, children nowadays are more into gadgets. How many of you have cell phones? How many of you have cell phones? All of you, I'm sure all of you have cell phones. Don't worry, your teacher and vice principal are not going to tell anything. How many of you own cell phones? All of you? Okay, now tell me, why do you want cell phones? So you have laptops for that. You have laptops for that. For? Yes, for calling. Do you need a smartphone for calling? Do you need a smartphone for calling people? Tell me. You have laptop. Yes. So why do you need to carry your laptop everywhere? You are going to play football, you will carry your laptop and play football. You will do your homework at laptop only. You will do your homework at home in the laptop only. Why will you carry your laptop everywhere? But what is the use of carrying it everywhere? Tell me that. So they can call you on a regular phone and ask you where you are, beta. Why do you need a smartphone? Give me a concrete reason, I will say yes, you are absolutely right. Give me a concrete reason why you need a smartphone. Tell me. Video call you can do it with your laptop also once you are home. Skype you can use, everything you can use. Why do you need a phone? A smartphone. Girls, all girls who have, none of the girls are responding. Why? I only see the boys responding. Why are the girls not responding? Tell me, why do you need a smartphone? You need a smartphone for Instagram, for WhatsApp, for Facebook. Am I right or wrong? Right? No, why? Yes. For playing you have a laptop. You have Android tablets also which you can keep at home. Why do you need to carry a smartphone everywhere? In all the religious gatherings, going, we attended this on the Instagram, we attended on that place on Facebook. Why do you think you need so much of social media presence? Children. Back in our days, we did not have phones. Okay, we had Nokia 1100. Do you all know Nokia 1100? Yes. What is it about? Can you use Instagram on 1100? Then that is more than enough for you to have as a phone, no? Your mummy needs to know where you are. Have you left your school or no? Why do you need a smartphone to, spoil your minds? This phone will drain your minds. Okay, you will lose patience. Now, how would you lose patience if you go on to Instagram? I'm sure everybody knows what Instagram is. Okay, I don't know how to use it as much as my sister, who is 18 years younger to me, knows it much better than I know. Sometimes even I don't know how to use it, I tell her to do it. Please, Pizza, do it for me. Even I don't know how to use Instagram. So much as she knows. She's so much upgraded, obviously because of her age. She's much more upgraded by using Instagram. So what do you do in Instagram? You click on one of the videos, okay, and you start scrolling. Am I right or wrong? How much time do you look at one video? If you don't like it, if you don't like the video, a second, 1 second, 2 seconds, scroll. Ye pasand nahi aaya, scroll. Correct? Wrong or right? So, for example, if you are spending half an hour, in that half an hour, you're just scrolling through the videos, 1 second, 2 seconds, and what are you losing? What are you gaining? Nothing. You are gaining nothing. एक आध अगर अच्छा कुछ आ गया तो that is different. Otherwise, you are gaining nothing. You are losing your time and you are losing patience. You don't have patience of 15 seconds to look at that Instagram video. Okay, one क्या होने का? This is what you reply to your parents or your elder sister, brother. क्या होना है? कितना देर half an hour में होने वाला क्या है? But half an hour में 15 मिनट में you are scrolling through hundreds of videos within a second. means patience of looking at that one video for even 5 seconds is not there. Right or wrong? So that the same habit of scrolling through Instagram pages is what is happening in your life. You are losing patience. Patience of growing forward, moving forward, putting in efforts, immediate results. मैं इतना पढ़ी, मेरे को इतने मार्क्स आए नहीं, आई एम गिविंग अप. You all are eventually, what is happening is this smartphone is making you all lose patience in any field. The same you become, you put it in what you are doing, your studies, or later on in your own careers or your jobs, you will lose patience of putting in forward, going forward. Okay, so this is something I would on a very personal note to all the students, stop using your smartphones. I have a 12-year-old son. All his friends, they have phones, and he calls them through my phone, and he always cries, "Mummy, I need my own phone." So till date I haven't bought him any phone. He went for some cricket tournament out of Hyderabad. I again bought him a Nokia 1100, because the only thing I wanted to be wasn't to be in touch with my son. True or false? Right or wrong? I wanted to know whether he's safe or no. Would he require a smartphone for that? What would he do there again with his smartphone? He would scroll. He would take mummy one selfie, put it on Instagram. If he would have had a smartphone, that is what. Okay, so the only thing is, stop this cell phone addiction. If you have, just drop your smartphones, buy a Nokia 1100. Keep it with you, go to your homes. If you have a laptop or an Android tab or whatever, use that instead of using the smartphone. If you have a computer which is smart TV, use the smart TV instead of your smartphone. Skip smartphones. All the children, even grown up adults, women, men, once you become addicted to your phones, you don't focus on what you are doing. You become restless. You become annoyed easily. If you notice your own self-reflection, again comes into emotional intelligence. Self-reflection, if you think how you respond to your parents, to your elders, to your peers, how soon do you become angry? Are you able to control your anger? Are you able to do it? The minute your younger sister or brother or elder brother hits you, you are ready to fight back and everything. You're not ready to, nahi bhai, we'll deal. Are you able to do that? No, because of the smartphone. Because you have become so impatient about the result, because of the scrolling of through the videos, that the same is happening into your minds. So the first thing, as a student, you are only in 9th grade. Only. My first phone when I got was in grade 12. That was also something like a Nokia 1100. When we grew up, when we were studying, we never had Google. Even when I was doing my dental schools, we would go to the library, open books and refer to our textbooks and make notes. We never had cell phones back then also. Back then also the cell phones will be something like 1100 only. So don't you think we became doctors without cell phones? So don't you think you can do that as well? You have an advantage of social media, but use it in a positive way. Don't make it social media for other purposes, for recreational purposes. Make it useful for your studies. टाइम नहीं है, बोर हो रहा है, स्क्रॉल. द मिनट यू गेट अप फ्रॉम योर स्लीप, फ़ोन देके कौन मैसेज करे, इंस्टाग्राम पे कौन लाइक करे, फेसबुक पे कौन सा दोस्त ऐड हुआ नहीं हुआ, वॉट एवर. दिस इज वॉट यू ऑल डू, राइट? सो द फर्स्ट थिंग, येस, हु इज दैट? येस, तो कॉन्फिडेंटली बोले सो. नो. ओके, सो फर्स्ट थिंग, stop that. Okay, trust me, you will see a change in yourself. Just stop using your smartphone. You will feel a little restless. It is like a smoker cannot quit smoking overnight. Similarly, a person who is addicted to phone cannot skip using the phone overnight. But yes, you can try doing it. Okay, stop using your cell phones for any reason. You use your laptops. Open your laptop, your computers at home, or whatever CPU, whatever you have. Whatever you need, use your computer at home or laptop. Quit using your cell phones. Okay. Now again, this is also a very just recently I came across this article, the 7 habits of highly effective people. Okay. The first thing is effective in the sense of what? Highly effective in every field. Now you are as a student, effective if they are teachers, effective if I am a doctor, right? So effectiveness in whatever field you are. So first thing is be proactive. Now what do you mean by be proactive? We spend too much time worrying about things on which we have no control, stuff that we can do nothing about. Instead, focus on things you can change and do it proactively before we are forced to do something about it. Expand the circle of influence. If you can understand this, means what do you mean by this? Be proactive means what? Stop worrying about things which are not in your control. Example, yes, so very good. That is what I meant. A round of applause for him. Okay, being proactive means if all parents, what do you say? कितने कम मार्क्स लाए, right? इतने कम मार्क्स लाए और बाजू वाला बच्चा तो भी अच्छे मार्क्स लाया. This is what happens. You should always strive to give your best. Stop worrying about the marks. Don't worry about what marks you will get. 100 में से 90 आते, 80 आते, 70 आते, 60 आते. You given your best, the result will automatically be in front of you. If you given your best, you will get the best results. If you think about the marks, मेरे को 90 के ऊपर ही लाना है, मेरे को 80 के ऊपर ही लाना है, मेरे को 70 के ऊपर ही लाना है, it will take you nowhere. Okay? So just be focused on giving your best in every subject, be it science or biology or chemistry. Just study, as much as you can to your maximum ability. You will get the desired results in a few days. Okay? Now begin with the end in mind. That is, what is the end in class 9th? You have to pass your grade 9th. What is the end at grade 10th? You have to pass your grade 10th with flying colors. So keep the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. If we don't know where we want to go, how will we ever get there? If we do not know where we want to finish, how we want to finish, we will never be able to achieve that. Okay? Envision your future using both logic and imagination. This is what I meant by envisioning. Vision yourself. If you can become an engineer, if you can become a doctor, if you can envision, for example, he wanted to be a football player. If he envisions himself to be a football player, he has to put all his efforts into being a football player. Okay, so we have to keep our other options open as well. They all studied their schools and they followed their passion. If they would not have, for example, Muhammad Siraj from Hyderabad. Okay, Muhammad Siraj is a very lucky man. Agree or disagree? He did not study anything, right? He became a cricketer by chance. So we all cannot be Muhammad Siraj. Okay, not everybody can have luck as Muhammad Siraj. So we need to be having a backup, a back end. For example, if we do not proceed into cricket or table tennis or badminton or football, we have something to fall back on. God has been very kind to Muhammad Siraj that, he has made him a super bowler and everything, and today he is the Muhammad Siraj. If God forbid he would not have had that, what would he fall back on? Being an auto driver, right? So, but what he did, he played to the best of his ability. Even Muhammad Siraj, what he played to the best of his ability today. That is why he is considered to be one of the best bowlers in the world. Correct? What he did, he played to his best. Even if he gave up studies, what he was doing, he did up to his best. If you don't do that, either way, you land up nowhere. Okay? Now put first things first. Important and urgent, important and not urgent, not important and urgent, and not important and not urgent. What do you think are important and not urgent things? What do you think in your life as a student? What things are important and not urgent? Apart from social media. Studying every day? Studying every day? Now what do I mean by studying every day?
not about moral as we will study it and cover it, so it will be easy for us to remember it and read
Yes.
it.
See, important and not urgent means to open your books once you are back home. You don't need to open, for example, today the teacher has taught you physics. Just go home and read what she has taught you. You need not memorize what she has taught you. Don't learn. Sit and learn first heading ये astrophysics ये इसके अंदर ये है उसके अंदर ये है ये points है. Don't learn. Read what the teacher has taught you. How much time would it take you to read? Half an hour? 15 minutes? Just go through what she has or he has taught you during the entire day. Don't open all the subjects. Open one subject a day. Today are chemistry में आज क्या पढ़ा है? Okay, the things which are a little difficult for you, that is. If maths is difficult for you, if chemistry is difficult for you, if biology difficult for you, open the subject which is the most difficult for you at least once every day. Just go through, brush up what the teacher has said. If you don't make it easy for yourself now, in the later stages it will be very difficult for you to pursue forward what you want to do. I'm not sure, I think it has become more easy for you to pursue education nowadays because I think in ICSE grade school you can easily just skip maths exam for your 10th. You just don't select maths exam. Okay, that is what I think is happening in ICSE school. I'm not sure about how it happens in this school, but it has become a lot more easier. In the middle CBSE they or SSC syllabus, they divided the entire syllabus into 2 portions and they were taking final exam. Back in our days it wasn't so easy. We had to give, even I gave my 10th through ICSE, and when I gave my 10th I appeared for math, science, social, English, Hindi, Urdu, all subjects together. But now when I see my nieces and nephews, they are studying 9th and 10th in ICSE school, they are not studying maths at all. They did not take up science. They took up home science. So it is so much lot more easier for you with your social media, with your Google and everything to be where you want to be. Back in our days compared, what we did was the late nights and everything, not the Mombatti days. We had the lights, my mother used to tell me when हम लोग जब पढ़ते थे, we used to have a mombatti in our room. When the light used to go, we used to light up that candle. But we were not that age. Okay, we had lights and everything. We had phones with a torch and everything, but we did not have the smartphone. Okay, now the next one is think win-win. Sooner or later we realize that we not only owe a lot to our society we live in, we also understand that our success depends on others' success. Life is not a zero-sum game. When we make it a habit to see how others also can benefit from our actions, from our decisions, we are better off for that. The world is too connected to us to think win-lose. Means that when you see anybody who is progressing forward, join him. When you are, my father always says, when you have a company, always have a good company. Why do our parents say not to have a bad company? Why do we always say कि अच्छे बच्चे से अच्छी बच्ची से दोस्ती करो, be in good company? Why? If for example I am a very good person, supposedly I am a very good person, but my father tells me to be with a good person. Farheen, don't be with a bad person. Why? When I can be with a bad person, the bad person can become good as well, right? Why do I have to be in a good person's company? If I am a good person myself, why do my parents say that you be in a good person's company? No, somebody else. You, that boy, in the glasses. Yes. You tell me, why do you need to have good company? If you yourself feel to be a very good person, why do you think you need a good company? Yes, but then if you stay with a person who is not a very good boy or girl, you can make him a better person, no? Why not you? Why do you think you have to have a good person with you? Okay. So why there are chances of that person becoming good also? Yes.
Let's say example, you take a good apple and inside the apple you put a spoiled apple. So after 2 days you will see that both apples are spoiled.
Yes.
So if you take a bad friend and you are a good friend, so if you both are friends, after 2 days you will also spoiled as well.
Yes. So when a good person is with a bad person, 90% chances are the good person will become bad. Okay. Very rarely it happens that the bad person becomes a good person. It is very easy for us to inculcate, to take up bad habits than to give up, good habits. छोड़ के we want to become bad is very easy. To stay on to your good habits is very difficult. Okay, so always surround yourself with good people, with positive energies, people who give you positive thoughts, people who may encourage you, people who encourage you to move forward. We always put down people जो भी बता इतना बोलते हैं, I'm fed up of her telling me or him telling me, my father telling me, my cousins telling me पढ़ते जाओ. They think for your good. Anybody who's telling me क्या पढ़ते छोड़ो, let's go and play, do you think that is encouraging you? Okay, they see everybody has time and everything, but you need to sort out your time. Okay, so you have to think in that way. Okay, sharpen the saw. Okay, Abraham Lincoln said, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Your axe is your body, your mind and your soul. Run, exercise, study and meditate. Meditate, I'm sure. What do you mean by meditate? In praying. Praying is meditating. Okay. Now, he means that if he was given a task to cut down a tree, he would not just start cutting down the tree. He would, what did he say? He would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. He would make the axe so effective that it would hardly take him time to chop down the tree. If he would have given all the time, 4 ghante bhi agar he would have just, he would not be able to have to fall down to the tree. That is why he meant that for 4 hours he would only sharpen the saw so that it will be easier for him to chop down the tree. So similarly, for you as students also, you need to put in that much amount of effort into your body, keeping it healthy, eating healthy habits. Okay, healthy habit means what? Eating healthy habits. What are healthy eating habits? घर का खाना. Yes, girls. Why girls? Why are you so silent, girls? Girls, why? Why not? You have such energetic teachers in front of you. Why don't you think you should be, taking them as examples and moving forward? Right? Now I'm talking to the girls only. Boys, I don't want you to answer. Boys are doing very well. The girls will be answering now. Okay? So the first thing, to try your routine, if you want to gain self-confidence, the first thing I do as a parent, and I want all of you to do as well, the first thing is to make your bed. Okay, fold your blanket and place it back. Keep the pillow in place. That first step in the morning is extremely important to make your entire day focused. You might think, एक blanket से क्या फर्क पड़ता? Try doing that for a month and see if it changes you. Try doing it for a month. Try, the boys also can do, not necessarily your elder sister or mother has to do your work. Okay, you can fold up your blankets, keep your pillows in place and try doing it for 1 month and see if there anything changes in you, in your mentality, in your lookout through your studies and everything. Try making your bed every day in the morning before coming to school. Okay, now recite self-affirmations. What do you mean by self-affirmations? Like I told you about my book, which I always keep on my table on my left. Okay, things which motivate me. The minute I see some quotes written by anybody and I think it motivates me through my journey, I write it down in my book. And almost every day or once in 2 days, I open up my book and I read through everything what I have written, or a glance through everything what I have written, just to keep myself motivated in doing what I want to do further. So similarly, if you think anything motivates you, write that down. Jot that down in a piece of paper, keep it in your book or your side table or anywhere in your school bag, things which motivate you. Just keep that and keep on reading them. I can do it, I will do it, I will put in more efforts in my studies and everything. Whatever you think motivates you further, write that down and keep it in a paper and put it somewhere where you can be easily accessible. Stay focused. Write your to-do lists every day. What will I do every day? Don't write the timings. Nobody can be adherent to the times. आज 2 बजे ही बैठूंगा पढ़ने या बैठूंगी पढ़ने बोल तो 2 बजते ही नहीं. Right? Don't write the time. Just write what you think you will do throughout the day. I'll study. Okay, take out your study time. I will play. I will not use phone, smartphone. Okay, whatever you think you need to do during that day, just write that down. Eat healthy. Take a break. You are always on break if I'm not wrong. Okay, don't be on full day breaks. Okay, I've just mentioned that a small break just to keep yourself fresh. Who likes tea here? Tea, coffee, chai. Who likes chai? Achha, who likes coffee? So at least you can have that. When I was studying dental school, itna padhai rehti thi throughout the night. So what we used to do is, we had a mug. Everybody used to stay in hostel. Okay, so we had a mug, and in that mug we would put 2 teaspoons of coffee with very small quantity of water, and we would mix it and close our nose and drink of the coffee. So that would make us, we would be awake throughout the night studying. So that's why I hate coffee. I like chai. That's the reason. Okay, so I would do that when I had to study for a very long time. Okay, now plan your path to career success. Okay, set long-term goals. Okay, think what you want to achieve. Clear vision of what you aspire to achieve. Don't be confused. आज इंजीनियर बनता हूँ, नहीं बनता, कल डॉक्टर बन जाता हूँ, नहीं वो नहीं बनता, नर्स बन जाता हूँ या बन जाती हूँ, नहीं वो नहीं बनती, टीचर बन जाती हूँ, नहीं कुछ नहीं बनी तो हाउसवाइफ बन जाती हूँ. At the end, okay, girls, studying, evaluate your knowledge gaps. Okay, what is your current state and what is your desired state? Your current state, for example, you are scoring only 20, 30 out of 100, and your desired state is 90 or 80 out of 100, 70 out of 100 or whatever. Okay, you need to gap that. What are the actions you will do which will help you to reach your goal where you want to achieve? Okay, pursue continuing education, increase your professional network, join, this is something, set yourself apart. Okay, try public speaking, try teamwork, working in a team, communication, keep educating yourself. Now this is something very something I found on the net. It was very interesting. So I thought, it is not from my topic, but I thought I would just put this up. So I want all of you, even the teachers, and everybody can do this. Okay, now this is the energy levels. Now, are you an introvert or an extrovert? Read and just remember the initial. Are you an I or an E? Introvert is a person who get their energy from being alone or in... No, it's only the number, only 4 alphabets which they have to... Okay, introvert is, introvert get their energy from being alone or in small groups. Remember, being introverted does not mean you are shy. Some people may be introverted but also very outspoken and confident. Okay, are you an I or an E? Okay, extroverts get their energy from other people. Introverts often find extrovert exhausting because they like to work in multiple things at a quick pace. Introvert means जो अपना काम अपन करते करते आगे बढ़ना चाह रहे हैं. Extrovert जो बात करते करते आगे बढ़ना चाह रहा है. He wants to be with people, work with people. Introvert wants to do his thing and everything. So are you an I or an E? Remember that. No, remember for yourselves. Are you an I or an E? Okay. Next, information. Do you believe in intuition or you believe in sensing? Okay, believing in intuition means intuitive people focus on possibilities. They see the big picture and how everything connects. They also enjoy ideas and concepts for their own sake. This will be someone who is intuitive. Sensing means sensors are realists. They believe in the facts. Okay, they use their 5 senses to assess how things are and pay attention to facts and details. Okay, practical रहते. Who? Sensors. Intuition, they believe, अरे जो मैं सोच रही हूँ वो हो सकता. They believe in the big picture. They envision. So are you an N or an S? Remember, first you are an I or an E, then you are an N or an S. Have you all written? Did you all write whether you are an I or an E? Did you write whether you are an N or an S? Okay, then decisions. Are you a thinker or are you a feeler? Thinkers are logical and make decisions analytically. They value fairness and enjoy finding the flaws in an argument. Usually they are level-headed. Feelers base decisions are personal values and how the decision may affect others. They are usually described as empathetic and warm. Are you a thinker or a feeler? Write down T or F. Are you a thinker or a feeler? Are you empathy? Empathy means compassion towards the other person is empathy. Okay, feeling good. अरे बेचारा किसी के बारे में अच्छा बुरा मालूम करना. You are feeling empathy towards them is empathy. Okay, now are you a judger or a perceiver? If you think this is difficult for you to understand, we can just skip this slide, because I was of the this thing that is for a little higher students, which I am going to address. It is something which is not, you are not able to understand. I'll just skip this slide as well. Do you think you are able to understand this? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Okay. So perceivers are spontaneous and flexible. They see deadlines as negotiable and like to improvise. So are you a judger or a perceiver? So you have to write either a J or a P. Did you all write? So did you all get 4 alphabets for what you are? An I or an E, an N or an S, a T or an F, or a J or a P? Did you understand? Okay. Now this is what you are. Now look at what the alphabets you have. This is your personality. If you have got an ISTJ, sensor, or TNJ, you are factual, practical, organized, steadfast. Did anyone of you know about this personality quiz? Have you seen this earlier? Yes. Okay, I never saw this. So when I got to know from Miss Lubaba that I have to come and address this, I was googling and I found this. So even I found something very new about myself. So I was not sure whether you all know about this. So we have already done this. We'll move forward. So if you know your 4 alphabets, just go through and see what kind of a person you are. I was ENFJ. Okay, I was loyal, verbal, energetic, and congenial. Okay, so this is what kind of a person you are. Okay, what do you choose after 12th? Medical professions are all these. Okay, paramedic person, I chose Bachelor of Dental Surgery. They are Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Ayurvedic Medicine, Bachelor of Unani Medicine, Bachelor of Yoga, Bachelor of Homeopathy. Then you have Biotechnology. Also, it's a very, very upcoming stream, Biotechnology. Gone are the days when you had only doctor and engineer as your career choices. You have so many career choices right now. My own sister, she is studying in Manipal, and what she is doing, I still don't understand what she is doing. When somebody asks me what Fizza is doing, I just get blank. Then I ask my mother, Mummy, what is she doing? And then, yeah, she's doing something in journalism. Something in journalism she's doing. So there are so many fields coming up nowadays that we are also not updated. You all are much more advanced than me probably to know what you want to go ahead. But these are a few of the degrees which you can take up forward if you don't want to become a doctor. Okay? Microbiology, forensic science, psychology, BSc, molecular biology. Okay? Now again coming back to dentist, what I did, I always people usually call me to their schools. I have very less time. I have talking about what you take up after 12. Okay, I'll just give you a very brief about myself. I want the girls to listen to me more importantly than the boys probably. Yes, the boys also can listen to what I wanted to say. When I was in 9th grade, same as your age, I was born and brought up abroad. My parents came to India for a vacation, and I wanted to undergo the dental treatment. I had to put on braces. I had very bad and crooked teeth. So they randomly took me to a doctor, and the doctor told Mummy that she needs to stay in Hyderabad for the next 3 to 4 years for her to finish her dental treatment. So my mummy, she put me in nursery school, and in 9th grade I was put in nursery school. From 9th grade onward, I was left in India, and all my family, they moved back. They went to Gulf. After 12th, I wanted to be a doctor. As I told you in the beginning also, I used to play doctor and become a doctor. After 12th, I wrote my MSET, and I got seat into this physiotherapy first. But I didn't want to become a physiotherapist, so I told my parents I don't want to become a physiotherapist. I want to become an MBBS or a BDS. So my parents, they put me up in BDS. So just after my 12th, I joined my first year BDS, and I was alone. I used to stay in a hostel in India. My parents, again, they used to stay abroad, and they used to come once in a year to meet me and go back. When I was about to appear for my first year BDS exams, my hall ticket, some had an issue with the name. Okay, my Farhen is my name, and they had Farhin written. So they wanted me to change my name and come back to appear for the exams, and they wanted us to go to Vijayawada. So all me and my friends, I was that time 17. Okay, we all went. While coming back, we were in an Innova, me, my friends, my aunt, my friend's mother. While coming back from Vijayawada, I had a head-on collision with a truck. Okay, my car met with an accident. Okay, and on that very moment, my friend's mother, she died on the spot in that accident. I was declared dead in that accident, and I was in a state of semi-coma. It's not completely coma, semi-coma, subconscious state for the next 2.5 to 3 months. I was not able to move my hands. I still cannot move my right hand. I can't bend my right hand. I don't have sensations in my left hand. I always have a claw hand on my left. I can't open. I have to put in efforts to open my fingers. Otherwise, they again become claws. That was when I was 17. I was just going to turn 18 when I met with an accident. And my parents, they rushed back from the Gulf, and because doctor said she had very less chances of survival, and they came back, and somehow it was by God's will. It was, I don't know what. God has given me a second chance to life. I could not appear for my exams. So all my friends who were with me in my first year of BDS, they all went on to the second year, and I was still stuck in first year. All my doctors, they came to meet me. I had a very bad eye. I looked very bad. I had a huge cheek. My hands couldn't bend for 1 year. I cried every day for a year that, why did God have to do this to me? Why did he has to spoil my eye? Why should, मेरे साथ क्यों हुआ ये? क्यों मेरे looks खराब हो गए? मैं किसी को, इतना ज़्यादा swelling थी. The eye was badly damaged and everything. My parents were very devastated कि, at the end लड़की है, क्या होगा? My professors from college, they used to tell mummy कि she cannot do dentistry up further on. It is very tough for her to become a doctor. उसको dental school से निकाल दो and make her do BSc. This is what my professors from college, they told my parents कि छुड़ा दो dentistry, बच्ची है, BSc कर लेती, at the end she has to get married. This is what we, at the end of every discussion, is what we think is लड़की को शादी करना है, right? So, but then once I recovered, that is around 8 to 9 months, I remember, after my accident, I remember I had to hold a pen to write my exams. Again, the second time. I missed the first time because I met with an accident. I was not able to hold the pen to write my exams because my hand was not able to bend. I did not have a proper movement of my fingers. So I had to take lessons from a man used to come to my house and teach me how to hold a pen. And I learned that for another 2 to 3 months, how to hold a pen and write. So that took me around, again, 2 to 3.5 years. So it was around roughly 1 year and 2 months I lost my BDS. A year, all my friends, they moved forward. And after that, my mother again asked me, Farheen, do you still want to pursue BDS? I said, yes. I still want to become a doctor. With this hand? I said, yes, with this hand. I don't mind. I'll not leave becoming a doctor. Even if with all this. All my friends, they became my seniors. I became with my juniors. 1.5 years I lagged behind. But I still continued doing what I wanted to, that is to become a doctor. So with this hand, I finished my dentistry, and today here I am standing in front of you, still not giving up on my dream to become a doctor. I could have easily, very, very easily given up saying I don't want to become a doctor. I would have told my parents, Mummy or Baba, I don't want to do this. They would have said, हाँ, she's right. Her hand is not functioning. How will she become? They would have always supported me. But I wanted to become a doctor, and they supported that as well. They supported and they said, yes, beta, go forward. They never said, they said, don't come back, move forward. They gave me that go, and I too wanted to become a doctor. So I moved forward. Do you think you will be, if that would not have been in my mind, do you think I would have been here where I am today? Do you think it would have been very easy? How difficult? You all have all abilities with you. You have full-fledged working hands. You have your parents with you. You have everything too. You have such teachers, good teachers with you, guiding you in a very positive way. Back in our days, we did not have such teachers who would, we did not have such sessions with anybody coming and talking about their, to motivate us. We had to be self-motivated. We had to be self-motivated. Yes, we want to go ahead. Okay, even after all this, when I got married, I did not give up on doing what I wanted to. It is very, I when I was doing BDS, after I met with an accident and I came back to school, in my class of 100 students, 70 would be girls, 60 to 70 would be girls, 30 to 40 would be boys. Out of those 60 to 70 girls, I know only 5 or 6 are working as dentists today. Only 5 to 6, or a maximum of 10 if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong. 8. The rest, all of them are happily married women sitting at home, cooking food, serving their families. It's a very good thing. Even I do the same thing. Even I serve my family. I cook food for my family. I help my children and everything. But I did not give up my passion to become a doctor and to pursue my career as a doctor. The girls in colleges, being of any religion, they would say that the advantage of getting, studying dentistry or getting a doctor or becoming a doctor is you can get married to good families. That was the main reason why girls took up dentistry. Okay, to get married to good families and have good, husbands and good families and in-laws and everything. Do you think that is the end result of what we want to be in life? The girls, this is only for the girls I'm talking to. Do you think that is the end? What do you think you need to be? Can you put a positive impact to your society as well as women? Can we not be as encouraging as men? Okay, women, we have a lot of emotional. We are more emotionally strong than boys. Boys are physically strong. Women are mentally strong. When you have so much of mental strength, we can always go ahead, provided you want to go forward. If you think nahi itna hi mein itna hi kar sakte tum utna hi karenge, you will never move forward in what you want to do. Okay, and again, pursuing medicine, again the boys is not an easy task. You have to put in lots and lots of hard work and late nights and studies and reference from Google and laptops and everything, textbooks if you want to open and pursue. Okay, always whenever I go to any school or any college, they invite me to talk. They always want me to talk about my journey of how I overcame my disabilities and still became a doctor in spite of all what I underwent. Even after my accident, even if in my recovery stages, my family was not with me. They had to go back to their country. My mother had to go back to her jobs. My sister had to go back to her studies. I was again alone. Okay, I had to look up, heal alone. Mentally, heal alone, physically. Okay, so it made me, I think, a little more stronger. And I, God forbid, किसी के साथ ना हो what I underwent. But when you have nothing of all that sort, you can be more motivated to do what you want to do. Okay, all these things should not happen. खुदा ना खास्ता, इतना सब होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है to be self-motivated. You need to be self-motivated yourself. You don't need to have all these episodes in your life to become more forward. Okay, just be focused on what you want. If you are focused on becoming anything, I am a doctor. If you want, you're focused to become a teacher. Okay, be in that way. You are focused to become an engineer, an architect, or a web designer, or an influencer. Don't become social. That Instagram ke, what do you say? reels बना के famous होने वाले. Please don't become Instagram stars. So similarly, please don't divert yourself. Please stop using your cell phones. Don't use smartphones. Cell phones nahi. Buy yourself Nokia 1100. It's a little tough, I know, even for anybody to buy a 1100. Okay, try doing that for a few days, for a few months, and see if it changes you as a person, changes your ability to think. Any more doubt from children if you want to see? Any questions you want to ask? And I still do dentistry. It is not that I don't do patients. I still do patients with my hand. When to my friends, my colleagues, they ask me, how do you do this, Farheen? So I say, when I can do it with this hand, you can do it much better with your better hand. Right or wrong? If I can do such good, results with my crooked hand, they can do much better with their good hand. So I have made it possible for myself to use my hand in this way. So you all can do much more wonders only by using what you have, your brains. use your brains in a positive way for the girls at least of our community, of anybody. Of then I started pursuing my education further on. I did not stop. Again, I doing dentistry now, and I am the only Muslim woman heading the Women Dental Association in Telangana. I am the only lady who wears the hijab. And after, thank you. I am the only woman. There are many women, but I am the only Muslim who wears the hijab and represents Women Dental Council for Telangana to the state in Delhi. Okay, it is only because of persistently doing what I wanted to do. Okay, अब आजकल because of the the आजकल जो environment चल रहा है, being in hijab they think अरे Muslims है कितना बढ़ाना है, but when you are so determined to do forward, nothing can stop you from going forward. Nothing in this world can stop you from achieving what you want to achieve, provided you want to achieve. If you don't want to, if you have second thoughts, the minute you have a second thought means you are gone. No, that is not something you want to do. Okay, you all can, the girls and especially the girls, okay, dressing up, looking good, putting on makeup, wearing good clothes, all that can come much later in your life. You are still in 9th grade. I didn't do that till I was around second year or third year of my BDS. I did not even know how to hold on to a dupatta for a very long time. I was always wearing jeans, and I used to wear my cousin's shirts, boy, ladke ke shirts. I never had that in my mind to look good, to look beautiful. I was so tomboy, that never occurred in my mind. Much later in my life, when I was about to get married and all that stuff, that is when I realized how थोड़ा बहुत अच्छा दिखना पड़ता, थोड़ा लगाना पड़ता, करना पड़ता. So you have to look good. So even for the girls, don't make that habit. I have seen so many girls who are looks conscious. They are 14, 15-year-olds, they are 12-year-olds. They are standing in front of the mirror, looking at themselves, combing their hairs and trying to looking good. 12, 13 years of age, you are still growing. 12, 13, 14, you are still children. That is much later in life. 18, 20, 21, that is when you want to look good. Nowadays शादी की एज भी बढ़ गई. पहले 20-21 में मम्मी डैडी को परेशानी होती थी, आजकल 24-25 में परेशानी होती है कि कब शादी होती, राइट? सो थिंक मच मोर अहेड. ओके, डोंट थिंक अभी से लुक्स में हो गया तो दिमाग पूरा उसी में चले जाता. यू नॉट बी एबल टू फोकस ऑन योर करियर, योर फ्यूचर टुवर्ड योर स्कूल और वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट टू बिकम. The last thing in mind to keep is how you look. अगर वैसा रहता तो with my eye, when today also when I smile, when I laugh, my eye becomes like this dimpled. So when I talk to my anybody, they look at my eye. Okay, and the minute they look at my eye, I realize they can see my eye. So initially I used to keep my hand on my eye and I used to laugh because I was so अरे मेरी आँख खराब हो गई एक्सीडेंट में, मैं इतनी गंदी दिख रही हूँ बोल के मैं अपनी आँख पे ऐसा हाथ रख के ऐसा यूँ करके करती थी. बहुत साल करी, 8 years, 10 years, एंड देन आई रियलाइज मैं टिल वॉट, किससे छुपाऊँगी मैं? दिस इज़ मी एंड आई विल डाई विद दिस फॉर एवर. आई हैव टू लिव विद दिस. सो दैट मीन इफ आई हैड दैट कि मैं गंदी दिख रही हूँ, मैं कुछ बन ही नहीं सकती थी. सो कीप दैट इन एट द लास्ट ऑफ योर माइंड, हाउ आई लुक फॉर द गर्ल्स. आई मीन फॉर द बॉयज़, I don't know how it goes about for you guys to look good, probably having a good haircut and good shoes or glasses. Okay, that is the last thing you should keep in your mind. Okay, I'm taking a lot of your time, I guess, and it was a pleasure to have been here in Focus High School and attending to all of you, and I hope there is some positive impact I could put into your mind about how you want to go forward with your studies. Okay, be focused. Life has to take you in many more places. This is just the beginning, not even a very start of your life. Okay, from now if you change your mentality, you will land somewhere in your life. If you don't, from now onwards, if you don't try to change yourself, that will be with you for throughout your life. Okay, thank you so much, and wish to see you all soon again sometime. Take care, students.